The extreme way F1 teams are saving weight. It's no secret that the 2022 cars have got one major problem: their weight. F1 cars are the heaviest they've ever been. From last year to this season alone, they've gained a whopping 46 kilograms and an astounding 173 kilograms since 2000. Nevertheless, despite the increase, pretty much all 10 teams are struggling to get their cars anywhere near the minimum 798 kilogram target, with the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes apparently well over it. Every gram overweight costs vital lap time, and given how close the field is this season, that could be the difference between a top 4 finish and finishing outside the points. As a result, teams are having to take pretty drastic measures to slim down their cars. Let's take a look at what exactly they are doing, who's doing it, and most importantly, is it actually helping? You might have spotted a slightly different looking Williams around Imola at the weekend. That's because the team have been forced to peel paint off their cars in order to save weight, exposing large sections of carbon fibre underneath. Compared to what we saw in pre-season testing, the dark blue and glossy black livery has been stripped off of their front and rear wings, nose tips, side pods and around their engine cover, leaving large sections uncovered. We've already seen that paint can play a crucial role when designing an F1 car. It needs to be smooth to avoid interrupting the airflow and to help control the car's temperature. Previously, both Red Bull and Ferrari swapped from glossy to lighter matte-looking liveries to shave a few extra grams off their cars. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and Williams aren't the only ones to have to sacrifice their livery designs this season in an effort to slim down. Aston Martin and McLaren have already peeled off the paint from their engine covers, whilst both Red Bull and Mercedes altered their front wings to remove some of their designs. Although there's no official data showing how much each team's paint scheme weighs, it makes sense for them to try to save as much weight as possible without harming their reliability. Aston Martin previously revealed that they'd saved around 350 grams just by removing some of the AMR 2022's green painted panels. Now, I know that 350 grams doesn't sound like much, but in Formula 1, that is actually quite a large amount. Removing the paint is a simple, cheap and easy to do short-term solution, freeing up their limited budget and resources to plan further upgrades later in the season. And hey, a double point score at Imola would suggest maybe it did help a bit. So if removing or altering parts of their livery is proven to help the cars lose weight, why didn't teams do it from the very beginning, all the way back in Barcelona pre-season testing? Well, it's all about the compromise between the engineering and marketing sides of a team. Of course, they want to build the fastest and most successful car possible, but that's no use if it then has no unique identity to tell it apart from the other cars on track. It'd certainly annoy a sponsor if a team remove their logos from the car when they are literally paying millions for the privilege. Let's talk about reliability, as saving weight always brings up risks in this area. Whether it's removing a specific part or swapping to a lighter but less well-tested one, teams must make sure that they don't remove elements that negatively impact the car's performance. This trade-off forces teams to go back to basics. Although stripping off paint seems like a win-win decision, it could make one major problem a whole lot worse: overheating. As the exposed carbon fibre is often darker than the rest of the car, it absorbs heat. This can lead to vastly different temperatures across the car and makes areas, such as the engine, very vulnerable, especially on tracks where the teams are already struggling to keep the cars cool. So whilst you can still clearly tell your Williams from your McLarens out on track for the moment, we might be seeing a few more teams bringing out the paint remover very soon. There you have it, the extreme way F1 teams are saving weight on their 2022 cars. How soon will it be before one team decides to take the plunge and run a bare bones livery? Let us know in the comment section below.